Attention, this podcast contains serious spoilers for both Fargo and The Handmaid's Tale. I repeat, this podcast has serious spoilers for both Fargo and The Handmaid's Tale. Proceed with caution.
Check 1, 2. Check.
What's
Check.
up, DDT?
Duffy.
You
Duffy.
You hearing those birds?
You hear the birds chirping? You?
I got the birds. I got the friggin' guy in the backhoe working on a Sunday
That's a bit crazy.
across the soccer pitch.
Such a beautiful day.
And them out working, ruining our podcast from Duff's backyard.
Yes, on the deck.
Bluebird skies and birds chirping.
Yeah,
Beats your basement
does.
this time of year, that's for sure.
Yeah, in this weather,
Yeah.
can't go wrong.
You got a list?
I know you do. I saw you working on it.
Fortunately, I have a few things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 8 items that should take us.
Hold on. You're maybe. Never mind.
What's
You're
up?
still good.
I'm good, okay. Long as
It's
I'm
just
good.
my headphones are
That's fine if you're not
crapping
good.
out here. There
Oh,
we go.
now
Plug back in.
well, now I got both now I got both ears.
I think it was my fault.
Thanks.
It wasn't all the way plugged in.
Yeah, I had like one ear. It sucked.
Yeah. Now you got 2.
Oh, that is so nice now.
You can hear the birds, eh?
I can still hear the birds, but I can actually. It's like I was worried I was losing hearing in one ear. Yeah, I got 8 topics. Where do you want to start? Just pick a number.
At
You
the
don't
beginning?
You don't even know the topics.
At the beginning?
At the beginning, I have Costco's Korean pork jerky.
Oh, my God.
My God, that is our
You know,
recommendation.
we're
of the
not
week.
being sponsored by Costco, but maybe we should be.
Well, I think we could be in there handing out free samples at a booth as we do the show. Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be.
And we'd do it for free. They could save like $20 an hour.
That'd be hilarious.
We could do 2 samples.
You
Right?
do one sample, I do the other.
Maybe not the coffee. They're very busy with the coffee samples.
Oh, yeah,
you ever notice that?
We wouldn't talk. We'll do samples that nobody goes to.
Yeah,
what would
like
that
the
be? What would that be, you think?
like the vegan protein shakes or something.
Okay.
There's always one where they have a whole bunch of cups filled up and no one wants it.
Yeah, that would be us.
We could
I'm just
sell
changing
that.
my connection.
Yeah, you do that. I'll carry us through the precast as normal.
There we go.
So I got some topics here. I got a Lanark pick. It's been a while.
It has.
We can talk Oilers, Panthers hockey, Stanley Cup Finals. Although I don't really want to. We've got DDT's never-ending pool life. I see a definite marketing.
I think we should start there.
I think we got a definite marketing potential with that one. You know, they have like Beach Life and Salt Life and all these brands for nice weather activities in the south.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I call it Pool Life.
I didn't know that.
But it's got to be like DD. You never heard of Salt Life?
No.
Oh, where you? What?
No. What is that?
Look it up. Summer plans.
Maybe how the Podbinskis are.
Clearly, there's no Salt
Wondering.
Life in DDT's summer plans. Another
Maybe.
one that's near and dear to DDT's heart: awkward social encounters.
Oh.
Thought you might have a few of those to share.
Every encounter I have socially is awkward.
Yeah, you would have a few.
Yeah.
I have a podcast recommendation. You heard me listening to it as you were 20, 30 minutes late here this morning. I got well into the
Can we talk
the
about
latest episode of the Casual Preppers podcast.
Speaking of lateness?
Yeah.
And we speak of Costco.
Yeah.
Can we speak of how bad the service at McDonald's is?
Why are you linking that to Costco?
Well, we just talk about Costco all the time. I thought the
Talk about
opposite.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
I don't mind talking about McDonald's at all. We can kind of loop back to our
It
whole.
might be only this one location, though.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Or we could just McDonald's, Tim's. We could talk coffee again and all that stuff.
Huh?
The origins of the show.
The origins of coffee?
Yeah. Well, just the origins of
Oh.
Ottawa coffee talk and our
Okay.
podcast. That's what it was supposed to be.
Jeez, this precast is actually like a podcast.
You should apologize and
Apologize for
send
that.
them on their way for the summer.
All right.
And do you know what the singularity is?
No.
Our local conspiracy theory aficionado does not even know what the singularity is. I cannot believe it.
Well,
folks.
you're the prepper, not me.
Yeah, but you're the paranoid. What's the word? The paranoid conspiracy theory expert.
Careful, you're gonna burn yourself on your.
I think it's off. It's summertime. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Thanks, though.
Yeah.
It's actually a handy armrest. DDT refers to the exhaust for the fireplace.
It says hot.
It does say hot right on it, eh?
Yeah.
It used to be hot year-round. Why they make us keep that pilot light going all year? Money doesn't matter.
No.
Right? Just spending, getting rid of it.
Oh, you know what I'd like? Oh, we're going to talk about the pool, so I'll bring it up then.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll teach you about the singularity, which I think you know, but you're just too shy to admit to.
Playing possum.
Okay.
Warning, this podcast will be an injurious waste of your time. Warning, this podcast will be an injurious waste of your time.
Yeah, good morning. I'll take a medium with 2 sugar and a medium regular, please.
DDT. Happy Father's Day, buddy.
Duffy, thank you.
Yeah.
Same to you.
Yeah. What'd you get this morning?
Nothing.
Nothing at all. Hey,
You?
I got a happy Father's Day.
Oh, I got that from my son too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he was up. That's good.
No, he
Oh.
he came running down. He's like, "Happy Father's Day." I was gonna
that's nice.
I was gonna make you breakfast. I said,
Oh.
"Well, I already had it."
Wonder what it was gonna be.
Well, I told him to make me lunch. It'll probably be
okay.
bacon and eggs since he's proficient
Okay.
at that.
Bacon and eggs for lunch. That works.
I don't mind that.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll have my normal breakfast and then like a bacon and eggs later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
Yeah. Best breakfast place in town, DDT.
What is it?
Well, you tell me.
I don't know. I I don't get out much for breakfast.
You like a Scotties every now and then, don't
I
you?
like a Scotties, yeah. Scotties is good.
Okay. Where
Mhm.
else have we been?
That's about it. Oh, Morning
Remember-
Owl.
Well, see, that was going to be my favorite.
Yeah. A little pricey.
It's a little pricey, but man, it's good.
It's a money doesn't matter type of breakfast.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
The only thing that really gets me about the Morning Owl breakfast, though, is the price of the coffee.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's a nice coffee, but it's like Starbucks coffee prices, which I'm not a fan of.
It is. Yeah.
And but the breakfast is top shelf. Like, it's really good.
Yeah, it's still a little pricey, but you get a lot.
The breakfast is a little pricey, but I guess, like, my gosh, I remember when that breakfast was $12 before COVID, and it was fantastic, and it was pricey then because the average breakfast was probably $6 or something.
Yeah, yeah.
But now you can't find a breakfast under $10, can you? Scotty's breakfast
I
is
think
good.
Scotty's pretty close to that.
Close
I think
to
it's
10.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Morning Owl, and there was another place that no longer exists in Stittsville. I believe it was called The Grounds.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
now it
look,
might-
we got a little friend here.
Now it might.
Oh,
yeah,
he
that
just ran
damn.
away.
Yeah, well, you know all about my battle with those guys.
Well,
Get outta
I
here.
rescued one.
Get out of here,
Should I have not rescued it?
chipmunks. Rescued it from where? Here?
Drowning.
Oh, that's at your place. That's
Yeah.
your. That's the eastern flank of the battle over there. No,
We're more friendly to chipmunks on the
friggin'
eastern flank.
chipmunks. Damn chipmunks.
Actually, we're more west of you. I would say western flank.
Western flank.
Yeah.
Western flank. I'm the eastern.
You're the
flank.
eastern flank.
The eastern Canada South flank
Yeah.
of the battle with the chipmunks.
All quiet on the western front, as we say at my place.
What were we just talking about?
Breakfast.
Breakfast. Yeah.
Oh, you know what though?
The grounds.
Before we
the
go
grounds
on-
in Stittsville was fantastic too. It was like a Morning Owl breakfast, but a lot cheaper.
Yeah. Before we go on,
Maybe that's
too,
why they went out of business.
probably. But it was out of the way though, so they weren't paying much rent.
Yeah, it's like an Orange Theory fitness now or something.
Yeah.
How do you go from a restaurant to a fitness facility?
I don't know. Must have been a lot of renovations.
Or is that where the CAA went in?
Oh,
I
didn't
can't
know.
recall. It's not my neck of the woods anymore, really.
Not 100% sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to apologize to our good listener
Okay.
for the fact that we haven't been on air much
That's
recently.
but that's not an apology.
That's not?
That's a you're welcome.
Oh, that's... Why?
I
Are you
think-
saying that we're not
I-
very good as
I
a
think-
podcast?
I think we tend to apologize more when we've been doing more shows.
We're like Seinfeld without the humor.
I love that. Who gave us that one? Not
I think it
your
was one
brother.
of your buddies.
Lozon.
Yeah.
Lozon.
It wasn't my brother. He came up with the, obviously,
Injurious
we know
waste
the
of time.
injurious waste of time, which it is.
That was a good show. Was that the last one we did?
It is, and that's like 3 weeks ago now.
Okay.
Well, it wasn't posted for like 2 weeks.
Your brother was very entertaining. Yeah, he was fun.
He kept bugging me. Eh?
Yeah, since
When's
then
it posted? I keep telling him it is posted
we try to spread them out.
without
you know?
looking.
Well, we try to spread them out. If we know we're not doing a show for a while, we're not going to just throw it up there right away. You know, kind of keep them waiting.
It's supposed to be 2 sugar, but I don't think they put the 2 sugar in
And
mine.
this is supposed to be 1 and 1, and it seems a little light. I know. eh?
Yeah.
So they're having trouble in there this
Oh, it
morning.
was this big trouble in Little China
Mm.
this morning. Or should I say Little
There's-
Southeast Asia?
That's a Lanark pick. Big Trouble in Little China.
It is, yeah.
Jeez, I
exactly.
remember that.
Yeah.
The folks are hopefully excited for the Lanark pick for this week. I
I'm
don't
excited.
think
We
we've
haven't
ever-
had one.
Yeah, I don't
in a
think
while.
we've talked about it in a while, and but I think we might have, because I specifically know I've tried to get into this show in the past, and I failed at least once, and now I'm into it. It's got a real Breaking Bad vibe. This show. Maybe we should just spill the beans.
I was just going to say, you just want to say it now?
Have you ever watched Fargo?
Yes.
All of it?
Like the series
Some-
or the
yeah.
movie?
The series?
No.
Oh, with
The
Billy
movie,
Bob
yes.
Thornton. I haven't seen. I didn't even know there was a movie.
You didn't know there was a Fargo movie?
No,
That's what
but
the series is based on.
I thought the movie would have been based on the series. Series
No.
are usually first.
No, the movie came out like, I don't know.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's a Coen Brothers movie.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Well, the Lanark pick I refer to is the series with Billy Bob Thornton.
Yes. Yep.
Fantastic.
Is that the one where he
Fantastic.
goes on about the oil? No, no, that's not
no
that one.
oil.
No, that's a different one.
I mean, I'm on episode 9 of season 1. There is a whack of seasons. And it's kind of fun because it's not something my wife really wants to watch. Like, we have different shows we watch, and some I can watch without her, and some I can't. This one, she has no problem if I watch without her.
Okay.
Yeah, which
Okay.
tells you it's not really a pick from her side of things.
No, it's definitely a Lanark pick.
But it's fantastic because if I have some free time and I just want to, throw the streaming services on if there's no baseball or
Yeah.
whatever, it's my go-to now.
My
And it's good, man. It's
Yeah.
got a real Breaking Bad kind of vibe,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
I love.
yeah,
Like, it's
yeah.
a bit dark, a bit weird. The thing I probably like the least is the seemingly fake accents that some of the actors are forcing out
to be like Minnesotans.
to be like Minnesotans.
Minnesotans.
Minnesotans. This is totally
Minnesotans.
how they talk, like
I
this,
know.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Canadians almost. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we go the whole show like this? DDT.
Yeah.
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 So that's the part I maybe don't like the most, but everything else is good. And Billy Bob Thornton, that guy's a beast, man.
Yeah. He's a good actor.
He's a beauty.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is fantastic.
You ever
in
watch
this.
Bad Santa?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
That's just kind of. Just gonna wipe my glasses here.
Classic.
Yeah.
He's a classic in that.
He is fantastic.
Yeah.
There's a bit of blood and gore. Are you catching me with this thing on my
Yeah.
chest like that?
Well, you can hear yourself.
There's a bit of blood and gore. There's some really neat humor. Again, Breaking Bad kind of feel, but yeah, a little confusing at times. Just a little bit confusing.
Really?
Trying to figure out like who's with who and who's manipulating who and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
now that I'm 9 episodes in, I pretty much got it down, I think.
There you go. How many
And-
seasons did you?
I don't know. I don't know. I
Like
don't know. There's a bunch of seasons.
me now, I'm into watching only limited series.
I like the limited series.
Can't be longer.
No.
Even 8 episodes is pushing it for me.
Yep, yep.
6. I like 6.
hmm
6 episodes of a limited series works for me.
Well, the whole industry's bending to those demands, kind of, right?
Yeah, it's a
Attention
short. I was just gonna
spans,
say short attention
time
span.
constraints.
That's a DDT in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you and me both liked some of those British or Norwegian dark short series.
Yeah, exactly.
That
Yeah.
one, Adolescence, that was...
You watch that, eh?
Oh, I did for sure. Right when you were.
Yeah.
Spooky and, like, just doesn't leave you with too many good feelings after watching it, but really captivating.
I just watched another similar.
Yeah.
It was Danish.
Oh, yeah.
I believe it was a Danish one.
Yeah. That'll work for me.
What was that?
Ooh. That was the Skull Candy speakers shutting down.
Oh, okay. That was adding effect to my my proclamation of watching a Danish one.
Oh, okay. It was perfectly timed.
It was, yeah.
I know we don't get sponsored by anyone that we ever shout out on the show here.
Well, we don't get sponsored by anyone.
Those freaking Skull Candy speakers, man, are the bomb. You see the
got
size
two
of
them, eh?
They're
Yeah.
two, and they're in sync, so it's like surround sound.
Yeah.
They're the size of a hockey puck each,
Yeah.
and the power coming out of those is like intense.
They're good.
Oh, they're fantastic.
Yeah.
I need to get them going for a garden party out here sometime.
Yeah, you need to do the garden party.
Case of beer and some pulled pork.
Oh, I'm in.
Some corn.
I'm expecting an invitation.
If it happens, you'll get one.
Okay.
Rather do it at the farm.
Or the farm.
I finally have some corn popping up.
Oh, okay, nice.
Apparently, I have 15 stalks of corn popping up. I probably planted 50.
Oh,
yeah.
It's too bad.
That's gonna come. I'm gonna put more. I'm gonna reseed, replant. I want corn, man. I want lots of corn this year.
Yeah.
How am I gonna have a corn roast with no corn? I'll go
Little-
to Walmart and buy just a whole bunch for 10 cents each.
I was
and
gonna
mix them
say
in.
you'd have to go and buy some more.
Damn.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're lucky, eh?
Yeah.
They couldn't do that 100 years ago if the crop failed, eh?
No Walmart. Speak of
Now we can just go and buy whatever we need.
life.
If the pigs don't look fat enough, just go to Costco and
Feed
buy a
them
couple.
grain.
No, but I mean, go to Costco and buy a couple pork butts.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So
back
you
to
mentioned
streaming.
there was one last episode of Handmaid's Tale.
Oh my God, I didn't have that on my list.
And
Did you go back to it?
I did. I thought
Yeah.
the 9th was, but it is the 10th.
I think we're both going to see this one the same way.
How's that?
That the last one you had watched before I told you was
Yeah.
essentially the last one. The
Yeah.
very last episode
Yeah.
was kind of crappy, man. I didn't like it. Like, it wasn't really...
Well, I don't know what you expected.
I just wanted more real acting and, like, how is
Or
life
action.
proceeding, more action. Like, maybe it would show her
But did you see what they
marching
did there?
across the... I kind of fell asleep, to be
Did you
honest.
see what they did at the end?
Oh, it was so boring.
Should I give it a spoiler alert?
Well, they replayed the very first scene or something.
No. That's not how it went.
Well, the wife said, yeah, the very last scene was the very first scene of the whole series.
Was it?
Something like that, yeah. Well, what were you going to say?
No, I don't think so.
I think so.
Spoiler alert. So
I mean,
if you
I was
wanna
half asleep. Yeah.
tune out for the
Tune out
next
for about 18 minutes.
18 minutes
Well,
while I explain
DDT
it.
explains it.
No, so what happened at the end,
Yeah.
basically, so her mother,
Mm-hmm.
they meet, like they retook Boston, right?
They retook
After they
Boston.
exploded the plane,
Yeah.
and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So then her mother arrives from Alaska with her kid,
Correct.
and she puts the bug in June's ear about writing a book about her
Right.
experience.
Right.
And somebody else kind of puts that bug in her ear as well. I forget who it was now.
Okay.
So her husband, what's his name?
Nick.
Not
Not
Nick.
Nick.
Not Nick. He got blown up.
I never remember this guy's name.
Yeah.
He's so invisible.
Yeah. So him,
Yeah.
they kind of go their separate ways.
They do,
him
eh?
and June. Yeah.
Okay.
He goes on to continue the fight against Gilead.
Okay, because the war isn't over yet.
It's not over because Washington.
Well, this is what I'm
still
getting at. I think there's still more to accomplish.
Yeah.
I
there
thought
could be
they-
11 another season. You know.
You think, but not the way they ended it, though.
No. So
Yeah,
to continue.
please do.
So another, they go their separate ways.
Break time's over at the
Yeah, I hear that
portable
now.
construction
Yeah.
site.
Yeah.
You
And
think
then,
they can pick it up? Can the listeners hear that?
can you hear it in your headphones? A
No,
little
I
bit?
can't actually. No.
Maybe a little.
I'll just give them commentary on it.
So anyway, then the last scenes are June going to the house of Off Fred when she was off Fred.
Saw that. Yeah.
And it's bombed out,
Right.
but none of the houses around it are bombed out.
Okay.
So they must have specifically targeted that house.
That's right.
Because there was a commander living there.
Correct.
So she walks in the house. It's all kind of bombed out. She walks up the stairs to her room, and she's reminiscing.
Oh, God.
And she sits down on the ledge, the window ledge, that window ledge.
Yeah.
And I believe she takes out a recorder, voice recorder, and she sits down and records
writing the book almost.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, in words.
And if you read the book, it's the first lines of the book.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's poetic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I started reading the book.
That very
that's
day.
how I knew that.
Okay.
No. But it was it's actually a hard
Hard
read.
to read.
Yeah.
I'm sure I was forced to read it in school at some point. I don't remember.
We never took it in school.
No, I don't remember.
It was a bit of a hard. It's a bit of a hard read.
Yeah.
But in the book though, she never says that she's actually June Osborne.
No.
They never give her name.
I wonder how they came up with that name.
Well, it sort of mentions the thoughts that maybe she is, but they never. She's always Offred.
Offred. Yeah. Off DDT.
Off Duffy.
Off Duff. Off Duff has a nice ring
Off
to
Duff
it.
does.
Commander Duff. I like it.
I like Off Duff better.
I like Commander Duff. From now on, can you just refer to me as Commander Duff?
I'll just call you Commander.
From this point on, that would be good for the podcast, man.
I'll just call you Commander.
Commander works.
Yeah, Commander for sure.
DDT and the Commander. Here we go. Well, that was a nice sidetrack from Fargo, covering a lot of our streaming.
You can tune
the
back
past
in
3
now
weeks.
if you.
Tune back in.
Yeah.
Fargo, and to sum up the segment, then Fargo would be Commander Duff's pick.
Nice.
His Lanark pick.
Nice.
For this week. And do you remember when it was made? 2006, I think. 2006.
The original movie?
No.
The series.
I only ever referred to the series.
Right.
I don't even know there was a movie.
Yeah. I think the movie was obviously in the 90s.
Yeah.
I believe.
Like again, spoiler alert, if you're planning to watch Fargo, season 1, episode 7, 8, or 9.
Can you be more,
I can't. I
can
can't
you be
even,
more specific?
I can't. Yeah, I know. I can't even. It won't make any sense at all, really. But I'll just say, like, the whole kind of premise so far in season 1 is this really unconfident guy in Bemidji. I'm not even sure where Fargo comes in. There's some FBI guys from Fargo that come in and investigate some of these murders. But Billy Bob Thornton comes into town, and he's a friggin'. He's like he's nuts, man. He's just death after death after death, and he gets this local guy kind of sucked into it all.
Yeah.
But he actually benefits from it. Okay.
Yeah.
And then
I think I saw. Actually, now that you talk about it, I think I saw a couple episodes.
You should go back to it. It is really good. It's just like Breaking Bad. I know I keep saying this, but Breaking Bad and Fargo, first episode, nah. Second episode, not really. And then it just hits. You're like, things start connecting, and it gets more interesting, and it gets better.
Yeah.
So this is just like that. And then basically he rolls out of town, and all this carnage is left in his wake, and the unconfident guy actually becomes something. That's how I would describe it.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it just is 1 year later. Okay? I love it when they do that. And Mr. Non-Confident now is like head of his own kind of business. He's got a new wife. Like everything's gold.
I did see this.
Okay?
Yeah.
An Asian wife.
Yes.
That might ring a bell for you.
Yeah, I did
New
see
Asian wife.
I like Asian wives.
I know you do. That's why I thought you might recall this. So then Lester Nygaard. That's the name. Lester, you remember the name?
Well, yeah, it's the same as the movie.
Lester Nygaard, insurance salesman of the year.
Yeah.
So goes to Vegas.
I did see this.
Yeah. Or maybe the movie's identical at this point.
No.
So he goes to Vegas. He's getting his big award, and by chance, Tommy Lee, I forget his friggin' name in the series. Can you believe that?
The drummer from Motley Crue.
Not Tommy Lee, Billy Bob. What the hell? So Billy Bob,
The drummer from Motley Crue's in this?
he makes a special appearance. Yeah.
Tommy Lee does?
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
No. Billy Bob's in Vegas at the same time, working on another job, basically. But he's been working for a year, and he's got his own new partner, and he's a dentist and all this stuff.
I did see this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and then friggin' Nygaard notices him, and he won't let it be. He walks right up to him, and Billy Bob's like, "No, you got the wrong guy."
Yeah.
And he won't friggin'.
Yeah.
He won't let it go. Billy Bob and his party gets into an elevator, like 4 good-looking, like young adults partying it up, living the Vegas life. And the elevator's about to close, and friggin' Nygaard's hand goes in. Nygaard gets in the elevator, and everybody's super awkward. And Billy Bob goes, Nygaard goes, "So you really don't remember me?" And then Billy Bob goes, "Do you really want to do this?" Like that's how he says it.
Yeah.
And Lester waits like 5 awkward seconds and goes, "Yes." Billy Bob pulls a gun out, shoots the 3 people he's with, looks at Nygaard and goes, "This is on you." And like that is like the best scene I've seen on film in the last friggin' year. Right?
Yeah.
Like he just friggin' wouldn't let it go. And now it's like, where's it going from here?
Yeah, exactly.
It's so cool, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, I just pretty much ruined the entire first season for anybody that wants to watch Fargo.
You should,
Eh?
if you don't want the spoiler, go back to about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how about this? When you actually edit the show and put it on,
Yeah.
right at the very front, you could say, "This episode contains serious spoilers." For both Fargo and Handmaid's Tale.
I could do that.
Proceed with caution.
Proceed with caution.
That would be a good thing to say.
Commander.
Yeah.
Well,
Commander Duff is ruining everything for you.
Exactly.
Fantastic. Let's move on. We got enough to
All
talk
right.
about, but I watch a lot of stuff, and it's never that great, and I just watch it because I can't find anything else, and but this is not one of them. Finally,
Yeah.
really, I'm really happy to have something I can go to. Oh God, did we talk about the Korean pork jerky yet?
No.
Have you ever had pork jerky or beef jerky?
Beef jerky, yeah, of course.
I think it's come a long way. This is what I want to try. This is what I'm going to commit to the listener.
Okay.
This Korean pork jerky
Has
from
come a long way.
Costco. Well, the beef jerky I remember, and I had a little bit with the hiking guys on some of these stupid trips, like they'll bring stuff like that.
Get your protein.
Yeah, but super dry, super salty.
Yeah.
Like just
Maybe they shouldn't pack it.
almost
Just
like
adds
gum.
weight.
Yeah, but very little weight. That's the point. This Korean.
Well, you get my point, though.
Yeah, this Korean pork jerky is supple, man. It is moist.
Oh, yeah?
It is delicious. I should get you a sample.
You should.
I could get you a sample.
Get me a
It's right
sample.
inside there.
Yeah.
So here's the trick, though. I think I could make a nice pot of jasmine rice,
Mm-hmm.
some fresh veggies,
Mm-hmm.
fry a bit of this pork jerky,
Yeah.
chop it up, add a bit of sauce, mix it all together. It's going to taste like fresh, like
Kimchi.
a fresh meal. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to try it. So I guess the question out
good.
there to the listener is,
Yeah.
has anyone ever made an actual meal out of jerky? Almost like a rehydration process of sorts. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know if that would work for beef
Pork.
jerky.
No.
Since it's dry already, you're just going to make it tougher if you cook it.
Yeah, but that's what I
Right?
mean. Maybe you add a bit of water, soften it
No,
up.
I don't think it would
It
work.
wouldn't work, yeah. But
Yeah.
this stuff, I guess what I'm saying is you don't have to add the water. It's perfect as is. So, yeah, just kind of heat it up and mix it into some rice and veggies. I think it'd be a real meal all on its own.
Yeah. And Bob's your uncle.
Yeah.
Billy Bob Thornton's your uncle.
And that's Commander Duff's recommendation for Costco this week. And it was on sale. That's
Oh.
the funny thing. I
How
just
much
kind
is
of,
it?
it's normally like $17 or $18 for a package. And I think it was $12.99.
Aren't Costco sales the best?
Aren't they stupid too, though?
Why?
Like, it's getting out of hand, I find.
Really?
All the deep discounts on the meat yesterday was crazy.
Well, I love going into Costco and
It's
know
good.
you're going to
Yeah.
spend $30.
And you know you're
And then,
definitely going to get, let's say, chicken,
yeah.
and it says $5 off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That
Yeah.
was yesterday.
Mine is
Yeah.
when I go in to buy the protein bars.
Oh, God. I bought
And they're
some-
like $28, and then it's
Yeah.
like minus $10. It's
Yeah.
like, yes.
So I impulse bought some protein bars again, looking ahead at a hike I'll be up to in July.
Mm.
And my favorite kind, which I haven't bought in a while because my daughter's down south at UW.
West.
Southwest, sure.
Southwest.
You and your directions today. You're right. It is southwest. Southwestern Ontario. The protein bars
My daughter
are,
would be south.
Yeah. The protein bars are $30, man, for a package now.
What kind?
They're the Costco brand. Like,
Uh,
it's the
do
kind...
you look at the unit price
Yeah.
or the overall price?
I look at both.
Yeah. Eh?
But to be honest, I'm very picky about protein bars, and I really only like this particular brand.
Yeah.
It's the one that traditionally was always a vanilla and a chocolate.
Yeah.
And I discovered 2 new brands. One of them is like a peanut butter chocolate
Ooh.
and an Oreo cookie.
Oh,
So I had to get it.
there you go.
Hope I like them, or there's $30 wasted.
Just send them my way.
Yeah. No, you're right. Costco. So I went yesterday all by myself, actually.
Oh,
Dropped the wife off for a
Adventurous.
hair appointment. Said I might as well be efficient.
adventurous.
I got lucky, man, and it was busy too. This was friggin' Saturday, man. But when I saw you before,
Yeah.
4:30 on a Saturday,
Yeah.
I drove in. I just kept going super slow, thinking I might get lucky, and I saw an aisle on the left that
Was empty.
one car was just nosing out, so I cut in.
Oh, you
I cut in
right
and I
front of her?
stayed left. No,
Yeah.
cut coming out.
Oh.
Never butted at all.
Oh, okay.
And this person correctly didn't get pissed off because it was on the left, because I have to sweep in.
Yeah.
So they came out and stayed left, and I went in. It was perfect.
Yeah.
Right by a car return. All good.
You know, yeah.
There's a lot of drivers that don't get that. but
Yeah, like it's the outside and the inside is just complete
Mhm.
chaos
Mhm.
usually at Costco.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter where you are in Costco. It's
Yeah.
chaos.
But I will second your motion that, yeah, there were lots of seemingly deep disc, like weirdly so. And I wasn't planning to buy a bunch of meat and stuff, so I didn't really take advantage of it. But all
I don't-
around the back, $5 off. The biggest, funniest thing, you'll get a kick out of this.
Yeah.
The rib steaks
Mm.
were $15 off.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Do you know what the cost was?
No.
$100 on average.
Oh, jeez.
3 rib steaks for $100, 15 off. I am still not that hungry for rib steak that I will
Yeah.
pay $85 for 3 of them.
Yeah.
And I love rib steaks, man.
Oh,
I
yeah.
really do.
I
That
like a
used to be my
T-bone.
go-to.
T-bones.
T-bones, sure, I like them. I love a T-bone steak, but
Yeah.
I mean, pound for pound, I'll take a rib steak over a
Yeah,
T-bone.
Okay.
The T-bone, like 3/4 of your T-bone is not as nice a cut as a rib steak. But that 1/4, the tenderloin, is.
Okay.
So it's almost like it tries to balance out. But
right.
like a nice porterhouse, which is like a nice fat T-bone, same thing. Eh?
Yeah.
They're good. I'll give you
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I don't think
Used
it's a
to-
rib steak, though.
I think I might have mentioned this before when I was a kid. Like my dad would
Yeah.
buy the T-bones
Oh,
pretty much every weekend
same here.
for the Sunday, barbecue them up in the
Mhm.
summertime.
You'd all get one.
We'd all get one.
Five T-bones.
5 T-bones.
Nice.
Yeah.
5 T-bones now from Costco would be like $150.
Yeah, forget about it. That's more than some people pay for
Yeah, groceries
groceries
for a
yeah.
week.
Exactly.
Something's got to give on that. I don't get it, you know. As they say in Bemidji, I don't get it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
What's wrong with a little strip steak? A New York strip steak?
I don't like. Who knows? Or, like I know they want to get rid of cows, right?
Yeah.
So maybe that's why they're.
They never will, though. That's
Getting
the
more
funny
expensive.
thing. It's just going to keep changing prices. And that.
Yeah.
But I still, like, when I need my beef hit, I mean, those friggin' ribs. Oh, the beef ribs, man. That is still the way to go. Super well priced, super delicious. Like, seriously, man, 6 or 7 beef ribs
Yeah.
for $28. That's
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
That's good. That's good.
yeah, I think that's
a good price.
Anyways, what's with the Costco today, man?
It seems to come up a lot, eh?
Yeah.
They captured our hearts.
Why don't you
think.
tell us Why don't you tell us about your never-ending pool life?
Oh, good transition,
Yeah.
Commander.
Yeah.
Uh,
Thanks, off DDT. Pool life. I saw a photo. I finally
yes.
saw a photo.
Yeah.
Look a little bunchy at the bottom, but it looks like it'll totally work.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I've been my pool life continues.
Yeah. As you replace yet another liner.
No, this is the first time in like
You're still replacing another liner.
8 years that I replaced the liner.
You're doing it again, though.
What do you mean I'm doing it again?
Well, 8 years ago you did it before.
No, I didn't do it then.
Okay.
That's when I installed the pool, and the company the guys that I had hired to do it, they did it.
Okay.
So, so that liner I replaced, and it's a lot of actually. Okay, they want $700 to $1,000 to replace the liner, right? I sort of understand why a little bit. I think if they're professional, though, it shouldn't cost that much. No. But me doing it myself with the aid of my younger son, who's been bugging me to get the pool going, is actually a lot of work. It probably could be done in a day, like a few hours.
Sure, if you're a professional and you can just roll in and go.
Exactly. But
you don't need to pay for that. If you've got the time, you can do it.
Well, that's the problem, right?
Yeah.
This summer, so far...
I mean, money matters every now and then.
Money I'm not paying that much money.
No.
The other thing... So, I was out there finally. Like, I've been working on this the last couple weekends because it was finally nice out.
Yeah.
So, took out the old liner last weekend.
Yeah.
Waited for the sand to dry up a little bit over the week, which was nice and now pliable.
It was a good week for that.
It was. So reworked the sand, and actually took some sand out. Ended up for some reason with too much sand.
You overcalculated.
No, it's because I think there's something called the cove. It's the edges where they build up the sand, and so your liner is not square against the bottom.
Sure.
So I actually bought. Money doesn't matter. I actually bought foam coves.
It truly doesn't.
It was about $120 for these.
120.
Yeah,
just like that.
They're just foam too. Anyway, I put those in, so I was able to take some of the sand out.
Okay.
So the foam coves, they go in place of that. So I did that yesterday as well.
Yeah.
And then brought the liner out, unfolded it all, and then what you do is you unfold it. And it's got to be sunny because that makes it helps stretch the liner out.
Warms it up a little.
Warms it up.
A little more pliable.
That's why I had to wait all this time. Yeah, it makes it more pliable. So put the hose in, started filling it up, and then you make adjustments as you go along to
sure,
because you got to get all the wrinkles out of the bottom. So as you're filling it, you're straightening it out,
and you're getting some water in the bottom to help keep it down.
Exactly, yeah. And then you make adjustments because it's an overlap liner, so it goes over the sides, and then you're pulling it up or pulling it down depending on what you need.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically it. So I'm maybe now using my hose. I started it again this morning.
DDT when I went using to bed, as hose, everybody.
Yeah, when I went to bed last night, it was maybe 20% full.
Oh, you just let it run all night?
No, I turned it off overnight.
God, that's got to cost a lot, eh?
Filling that up with water. So here's the thing that I was going to bring up, Duff. Commander, thank you.
Show some respect.
Yeah, sorry about that. My apologies.
You'll be on the wall if you keep this up.
Under his eye. I looked at the rates.
Blessed be the fruit.
Yes. Blessed day. It is a blessed day today.
It's a blessed day.
Yeah. I looked up the water rates for the city of Ottawa.
Yeah.
So they have 4 tiers.
Okay.
So they have 0.
Strictly based on volume, or
on
is
consumption,
it time-based or whatever?
Consumption.
Just consumption. Okay.
Per meter cube.
Yeah, but there's not like an off rate like in for the electricity.
No.
Okay.
So it's per meter cube.
Yeah.
How much you use.
Gotcha.
Meters cubed. So anyway, there's like 4 tiers.
That's a lot of friggin' water, eh? Cubic meter of water.
Well, 1 cubic meter is 1,000 liters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
a lot of water.
Yeah. So
It's
zero.
a lot of water for everyday use, but I mean, for your pool, you're looking at what, 5 or 6 cubic meters?
No, more. It's
Ooh.
31, 32
Ooh.
cubic meters.
Holy jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but here's the thing, though. Okay.
Wow. Money's the rich. Jeez.
The rates are
Yeah.
0 to like 20
Oh yeah.
is like so much money.
Per month?
No, per usage, per consumption.
Just total.
Yeah.
Well, when do they bill you though? There must be a period for
Well,
this.
they bill you every 2 months, don't they? For how
Because I was going to say you could fill up most of the pool in one period and then the rest in the next period, so you don't jump over some number.
No, there's no number like that.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, from 25 to like whatever cubic meters,
Yeah.
it's $4 per cubic meter.
Right.
So the total cost for me filling up my pool is going to be about $130.
Okay.
And I contacted a water service,
Yeah.
$500.
Oh wow. So what's the point then, eh?
The only difference is that, a water service will get you filled in like an hour,
Okay.
whereas it's going to take me a few days
Yeah,
to fill
yeah, I
it with
get
this.
it.
So, but the savings in water
Yeah.
is huge. My pool is 32,000 liters, so 32 cubic meters.
Holy jumpins. Yeah, I didn't realize.
Yeah. So it's $4 per cubic meter at that
Okay.
point. That's what they're going to charge me.
Almost sounds like the city could charge more if they wanted, because the pool people charge so much more. Like, who's doing that? If they just want a quick fill, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's good. So it should be up and running any day.
Maybe in a couple months.
No kidding. Well, fill it up, man. Did you turn the
It
hose
is.
on this morning?
I did. That was part of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, I got to do a couple
was
things.
part of
One of
your
them is
turn the
turning
hose
the hose
on.
on,
Turn
making
the
sure
hose on.
everything was cool.
Okay. So it should be full by the end of the day, maybe.
I'm going to say in the next couple days.
Okay, and then you'll do your chemical treatments and
This afternoon, I'm going to start hooking up the
pump and all that.
Yeah, the pump and
The heater.
the heater,
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff.
Maybe eventually you won't need the heater this year. Like, my gosh, what a cool spring, eh?
Oh, that was, yeah.
I don't think we've had a 30-plus degree day yet.
Not
And
yet.
It's like late June,
Yeah,
eh?
not yet.
It's been nice.
Actually, we
don't get
have.
me
I think
wrong.
humidity
Oh,
has
maybe. I
brought
don't.
us
I'm
up
not one
over
of
a
those. You're
couple
one of
times.
those. You're one of those.
No,
the
I'm just
humidex.
saying that if you count the humidity, I think
I don't.
a couple of days
but I
have been
don't.
over 30.
Commander Duff does not count humidity.
Okay.
Temperature only, and we've never hit 30 yet, eh?
No, temperature-wise?
Yeah.
No.
But it's been nice. I'm not complaining. Today, man, what is it? 20 degrees, 22?
It's going to be 24 this afternoon.
God, that's perfect,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
24.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 24 is great.
Maybe I'll bike out to the barn cave with weather like that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice?
I don't think there's any humidity, so I think it's going to be nice.
Yeah.
We're sitting out on your Commander
Oh.
Duff's deck, and it's no humidity. Nice
Okay.
little breeze.
We could call this deck the Commander.
The Commander deck.
The Commander deck with the different tiers.
Yes.
Yeah.
I should be on
If
the
J-
lower
No,
level.
no. I was going to say if JB ever visits, he can sit down there.
I'm off DDT. I should
The guests will sit down there and look up as they answer our questions. Oh,
be. Yeah. Anyway, so
Yeah.
so I went the filling it up by my hose
Yeah.
route
yeah,
because in the end, longer but way cheaper.
yeah. I hope you got no leaks in that hose.
No leaks.
Okay,
No.
good for you.
So yeah, I mean,
Well, that's exciting, and you have a nice new deck as well on.
I
that
got a
pool.
deck. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all built, and I got the ladder,
Yeah,
the deck ladder to go in the pool to get to
Mhm.
get out of the pool after you jump in off the deck.
Oh man,
No
Yeah.
diving though.
no diving.
I don't want anybody to break their neck. So
No.
whenever you come to off DDT's
Yeah.
abode,
There's a strictly no diving rule.
no diving off my deck.
And
Even though you might be tempted.
what are some of the other rules? Do you limit the numbers in the pool to
No.
like 10 or less?
No.
There's unlimited numbers in the pool.
Well, I haven't had that many people over.
Yeah. Dress code. Got a dress code for the pool.
Yes.
What is
women
that?
women bikinis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Must wear bikinis.
And men, no Speedos,
Okay.
except for off
Except
DDT.
for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, you break your own rule.
Yeah. No, actually, it's my buddies, my son's buddies, I should say, that love using the pool.
They
They
use
come
the
over.
pool the
Yeah,
most.
yeah.
Yeah.
But they almost like destroy it.
Yeah?
I don't know
Like
what is it
bumping
with
into
it?
the side and
Oh,
stuff.
these guys like
Body checking each other.
throwing shit at each other.
Yeah.
Like
Like a
One-
young,
one of-
like a young DDT.
one of my son's buddies he's 16 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He's like 6'7",
Mm.
weighs like 200 pounds. Like when
Wow.
he jumps in, like I have to fill the pool back
Cannonball.
up. Yeah.
Oh. That's funny.
Yeah. Big lad.
Do they call him Tiny?
Yes.
Oh,
I don't
man.
know.
I just
maybe.
want to hit the pool DDT.
Yeah.
We should be doing
Come on
that.
over. It's
We
actually kind of cold
I bet it is.
right now with the
And it's
the
only 2
water.
feet deep.
And it's only 2 feet
Yeah,
deep.
maybe I'll wait
exactly.
till it's full.
You can
Yeah.
wade in there.
So other than the pool, any summer plans, DDT?
Not really. Don't have any money.
Yeah.
You know, we are actually. That's not true. We
That's
are.
not true. You're going to TO. the
Yeah,
Big
we are
Smoke.
taking a weekend to go to Toronto, taking a Jays game,
That sounds like a fun weekend, man.
and also the Minecraft Experience show.
That's right. You'll have to report back to the show on the Minecraft experience.
Yeah. I think my son's gonna like that one.
I think so.
My daughter too, because she's into the Minecraft.
She's into the Minecraft.
And you know what? Her boyfriend's not coming.
Well, I was going to say Stewie will have a wonderful trip with you guys
No,
as
he's
well.
not coming this
Because
time.
I say he is coming.
He's not.
Commander's calling it right now. Listen in, folks, the week after the DDT family trip to Toronto, and we'll see if Stewie went or did not. You don't think he's going, eh?
No, because we're going on a Monday. He has to work.
I'm sure he can get
Yeah.
time off.
We're going Saturday, Sunday, coming back Monday.
Yeah, money doesn't matter. I'm sure he'll be there. And if you
Well-
say there's not enough room, then he'll want to drive his own car or borrow one of yours, and your daughter will go with him.
Oh, there's enough room in my
Oh, well,
Impala.
then he's in for sure, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you he'll be there.
Oh, I need somebody to look after the dog though.
Ooh.
I forgot about that. I better
Noah.
ask. I better ask him.
Keep it in the family, DDT.
Yeah, exactly.
Or get those people that house sat for you guys when you went to Italy.
I don't think they're
They were
together anymore.
No.
Yeah,
Wow, what happened there?
I don't know.
I don't even know them. Friends of your wife's?
Yes.
They seem like a
Well,
nice,
she was. Yeah, she was.
They seem like a nice young couple.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, they were. They were. I don't know what happened there.
Didn't work out, eh?
No.
Well, it happens, I guess, eh?
Yeah. Well, you know, maybe she wanted to get married and he was
Yeah.
not.
Or maybe he did and she didn't.
No, I think it was she.
Oh, so now
It's sounding a
you
lot-
know exactly what happened. Apparently.
Not to speak of my son in this way, but
Yeah. But
my
you-
older son.
But you will.
But I will.
Yeah.
I think his girlfriend is ready to.
Oh,
know.
what the heck's he waiting for?
I don't know. So they were over.
She's the chauffeur and everything
I
in
know,
that
like
relationship.
he's lucky guy.
Jeez.
She's a good-looking young lady.
Yeah.
You know, she drives him everywhere.
Gainfully employed,
Gainfully
driver's
employed.
license and all, car.
Exactly.
Huh.
I don't know what he's waiting for. Anyway, they were over at my house because it was his birthday on
Yeah,
Thursday.
Yeah.
So, and we were talking about marriage.
Yeah.
And I said, "Let me give you a piece
And
of advice."
you've got some experience with marriage.
I
For
do.
sure.
Yeah,
A couple times through.
2 of them.
Too, yeah.
I said, "Let me give you some advice about marriage.
Yeah.
Don't."
Don't. Yeah. Don't. So maybe that explains his
That's probably
his delay.
Maybe I should talk to him and say, "Listen, man.
Now you'll
like,
change your
I was
mind."
just joking."
Yeah, just joking.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I
Poor
got to talk to
kid.
my son, give him some advice.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah.
Well,
Get a
you're-
prenup.
Well, no, not in his situation, I wouldn't say.
Oh, I'll give her that advice.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen,
If I-
you're
if I-
marrying my
if
son.
I'm him, you just kind of want to sneak
Exactly.
it in. Yeah.
I'll tell her, you're marrying my son.
Yeah.
Get a prenup.
That doesn't help you whatsoever. I think we've covered awkward social encounters just through
Just on that one?
osmosis in this show.
Just
well,
on
just
that last one?
everything.
Awkward
Everything.
social encounters.
Yeah.
Every encounter I
you wanna,
have.
You want to lock right in on this. I knew you would.
Well, every encounter I have is socially awkward.
Yeah. For me, it came to mind just at Costco how if I'm at Costco, I'm by myself especially, I just kind of want to get in and out.
Yeah.
And sometimes people just want to talk to me.
That's me.
Yeah.
When I see you there.
Yeah, that's
I wanna
fine. But
chat.
I mean, people I don't even know, like, start telling me about
Oh,
deals.
really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
And I'm like, I try to be nice, and it doesn't
They
come
just
off
start
right.
like talking to you?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
what? Like telling you your life's problem? Their life's
No,
problem?
they'll see me, like, for instance, yesterday I'm looking at a product.
Yeah.
You know, what was I looking at? I don't know. I can think of the flowers from before, too. I was going to buy the wife flowers for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And this lady, nice lady, started telling me about another spot in the store where there were flowers. I'm like, okay, that's good enough. But then she keeps going on about it all, right? Yesterday, I forget what it was, frozen chicken burgers or something, and someone telling me how good these are compared to another one. And normally it's fine. I'm not being, I'm the one in the fault, is what I'm saying. I'm not being nice back to them, so then it comes off.
Well, you're trying to give them a hint. Right?
Yeah, which
Listen, I don't
doesn't.
really
It came
care.
off awkward, and there's
Yeah.
people, carts everywhere, whatever.
Yeah.
But then you get to the cash,
And they're there.
and sometimes, no.
Oh.
I just mean that the cashiers, sometimes they're super talkative.
Yeah.
And looking back now, I probably should have talked more to the cashier, but I didn't, because he was great. He was oh my God. This guy was super efficient.
You're just a snob, eh?
I just probably came across as like a miserable man, a
Yeah.
miserable commander.
Miserable
You know?
Commander Duff.
In there with the minions, getting my own groceries.
Exactly. Why did you send your
Yeah.
handmaid over? To
I
do that?
know, eh? Nah, usually it's a team approach, but like I said, the fair Stacy was getting her hair done. You know all about that.
Oh my God! How much it cost her?
Not what it costs you.
Oh, money doesn't
That's for
matter.
sure.
man.
No, my wife goes to the Canada Spa,
Hmm.
which is where I also go for
Manicures,
registered
pedicures?
massage. Yeah, my petties, I get them there too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great spot.
The
Not all-
commander needs to be.
The commander needs to be pampered every now and then, you know? But no, I think it's a reasonable place. I bet you she's in and out of there for under $100 for sure.
Oh my God!
Like not even
No,
close.
but does she get color done?
No.
So
no.
that's the difference.
Well,
right
then it's
there.
just the coloring. Okay.
Yeah, like Ella and my wife gets a color
Yeah.
and a cut,
Yeah, no, the coloring is pricey, I guess.
and if it's a highlights, it's even more expensive.
yeah, no,
for some reason.
No. I like my new barber I found. I might even go more than once a year. Now that I found this spot. It's
You
the
only go
one right
once a
in-
year.
I go once a year. You go way more than once a year.
I go like 4 times a year.
What?
Yeah,
How do you go 4 times a year?
I don't know. My hair grows. I don't know.
That is expensive, man.
No, it's $25, $100 a year.
Oh
for
yeah,
my-
you only spend that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was probably close to $50 when I went to this guy.
I know you. I told
Yeah.
you mine. Like she'll do the
Yeah, I know.
shampoo and everything for you
Give
for
a shout out.
$35.
Why don't you give a shout out to Lynn?
Lynn? Yes, Lynn.
Yeah.
The wonderful Lynn. She's great.
Vietnamese Lynn does a nice hair job.
She does,
Yeah.
and she's
I
super
went.
nice.
I went. It was okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she is very nice, and it's right in her house. I just
Yeah.
found that a bit awkward, to be honest. Yeah, but
Well.
no, it's not as fancy as like a nice fancy place, you know.
Does it matter? You're paying $50. For
Money
that.
doesing matter, DDT. I keep telling
You're
you
paying
this.
$50 for the rent,
Yeah,
for the
Yeah.
niceness of the place.
yeah. Plus, I don't have to reserve. I just kind of show up. You know, I can't just knock on Lynn's door and say,
Oh,
"Hey,
they take walk-ins.
Linwood." I could just
No,
show
no,
up
no.
randomly.
No.
Well, the
You have to-
barber shop takes walk-ins for sure. They all do.
Yeah.
It's not like a
Yeah.
salon or anything.
That's
Anyhow,
cool.
you know where it is. It's in the CIBC building there in Bell's Corners.
Yeah, you mentioned.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'll go get a summer cut, man. Kick off the summer.
It's
Usually
looking
I
a little
just wait.
longer.
Yeah, I know. Usually I just
Yeah.
wait till the fall and then chop it all off again.
You see, did you see? I can't even speak now.
Actually, you know what? I get
Yeah.
it cut more than once a year.
Yeah,
I
I
just
know you
figured that
do.
out. Yeah,
I know. I've seen it.
because I got my hair cut in Ireland last August,
Ah.
and I've got one since. So yeah, right? Yeah. So
You go a few times a year. I
No,
know
no,
you
no.
do. Yeah,
No
yeah,
way.
I've seen you. Yeah.
well, I can't remember though. I haven't got any more since then.
Yeah, you went recently.
I went to once, man. Once
When?
to the around March, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
what I'm
that was
saying.
the first one since August.
Oh, okay.
So you're right. It's 2, but I'm thinking I could push a third.
Right.
I could get a third. And then if I was smart about it, I'd even them out so it doesn't get all scraggly.
Yeah.
Every 4 months, that would work.
Did you
yeah?
say JB's haircut yesterday?
Oh, God. He
Yeah.
gets it every week, probably, that
Oh,
guy.
Yeah, money doesn't matter for
He
him.
goes all the time for haircuts, I think.
Money doesn't matter for that dude.
But he probably gets the shave and everything.
What about his wife? Wonder how much she spends, eh? She looks like she spends a pretty penny on
You know what?
haircuts.
If everybody's wife spends more on their hair and hair accessories than the husband, and JB goes once every 10 days to 2 weeks, hers must be through the roof.
Oh,
Eh?
yeah. I think the reason why I go less
Yeah.
is
To support
because
her.
exactly.
Keep the overall hair budget
That's
reasonable.
right. That's right. Now my younger son, he's complaining again. My hair's
you know
getting
what?
long.
The boy.
Gotta go.
Okay. The young lads are just as worse as their moms, probably. Eh?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Tommy guns.
No, he doesn't. He went to. He didn't go to Tommy Guns.
Ours is Tommy Guns.
Yeah,
Which is a beautiful spot too.
that's what you're paying for, man.
Well, I went once and I can't afford it myself. I
Yeah.
can't go there all the
What
time.
was the cut like? Probably the
Nice.
same as everything.
That's the
else.
thing. They're all the
Yeah,
same. They're all the
exactly.
same. So
Paying for the name.
the Turkish fellas in Bell's Corners, I'm assuming they're Turkish because they remind me a lot of the people in Ireland that did my hair. Just as good or better than Tommy Guns, but not as expensive.
Yeah,
so,
well, that's it.
Yeah, it works for me.
But their shop is not as high end, probably.
no,
right?
but
like,
it's
not
it's,
like
it's more. It's nice though. It's more like a actual barbershop. I
Yeah.
like that feel more than like Tommy Guns is like a friggin' assembly
spa.
line.
Yeah.
Spa, but assembly line, super
Oh,
busy.
Okay, yeah.
Busy and like I don't know, like not all just like one row. It's like they have chairs everywhere. The traditional barber shop where I go, it's nice. You know, there's only 4 or 5 chairs, and it's
Yeah.
all in a line, and you got the mirror in front. and-
Some reason over the years,
Yeah.
barbers have become a big
yeah,
like men's hair has
Yeah.
become like a
it's
fashion thing.
it's changed. Yeah,
yeah. I remember going back in the day, like you said, like
Mm-hmm.
oh, we had to go see Wayne all the time.
Wayne.
Wayne was the guy's name.
Okay.
So my mom would bring my brother and I to go see Wayne.
Yeah, he was your guy.
He was our guy.
Yeah.
It was just like a regular barber shop,
Yeah.
you know, go in, get a little cut. He was a younger guy.
Well, why don't you go to Wayne still?
He's probably passed away by now.
Oh, you might still have a shop. No.
I doubt it. I think they changed that place so much.
Yeah.
So
So I sense we're
mm,
getting on here, but I do
Yeah.
not want to skip our topic.
of
What is the singularity,
oh,
which you claim to not know about?
I do not know this.
Maybe you will when it's
All right.
explained.
Okay, explain it to me, Commander.
The day when artificial intelligence or AI,
I thought you were going to say artificial insemination.
AI. So maybe it's already happened to you with your limitedness. It's when AI becomes smarter than humans.
I don't think that'll ever happen.
Most people that study this sort of thing say 2045 or sooner.
Nah, I don't
You
think
know
so.
what year it is right now, DDT?
2025.
20 years, bro. Imagine. This term that you claim to know nothing of could be
Don't know it.
shockingly upon us within the next 20 years. It's when AI begins to basically not only overcome our intellect, but it becomes like it becomes able to rewrite systems and everything all on its own without even our input. It's like the stuff that movies are made of,
Mm.
right? And it scares the hell out of a lot of people in the know. Me, not scared at all. I don't know anything, right? But it's
Well,
something.
imagine how I feel then.
Exactly. It's something we might choose to learn more about. The singularity. You never heard of it, seriously?
I have not. No.
Okay, I've heard of it.
No.
I only just recently became refamiliarized with it through this podcast I listened to.
So listen. I got.
Hang on, I don't want to mess up the name of the podcast.
Oh,
It's
okay,
called
yeah.
the Casual Preppers Podcast.
All right. Yes, that's what
Hundreds and hundreds of episodes, and they went from the obvious stuff you might think of in terms of prepping to now, like their latest season, very specific, deep topics. Like they've gotten really good at this.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the last one I was just listening to when you came in here.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we're giving away to our listeners that we don't really plan that far in the future, sadly. This was fresh at you from something I heard this morning. They were talking about the singularity.
Okay.
It's fantastic. Yeah.
Well,
What do you think, DDT?
what do I think?
Will AI overtake absolutely everything?
I think
like,
AI.
where will we be? What
I
will we be doing with our lives?
I think AI should overtake people's voting. That's what I think.
Hmm.
Because people vote emotionally. Not logically.
DDT, you may be onto something here.
Yeah.
Because you know what I've often thought? I believe we should now be in an age of what I call the post-election era. Where really we don't...
What is that, Commander?
Well, in my mind, it's like, why are we still treating politics like a friggin' grade 8 popularity contest?
Yeah.
Could we, and you might
exactly.
call me Marxist for this, I don't even know how it would actually look, but would we all not agree in Canada, let's just say, would we all not agree that in the ideal world, our prime minister would be simply the best person to be the prime minister? The best.
Yeah,
Would we not want the best person?
of course.
Okay, so this is maybe where AI could help, right?
Yeah.
And,
How do you
or not even
evaluate
that.
though?
Well, AI. This is what I'm saying.
Because the AI can't get into the mind of a person.
Right now it can't. Beyond the singularity, it will.
Oh.
Okay? So,
Ooh.
Minister of Finance. Think about this, though. Yeah. Minister of Finance. The
Would
minister.
not be Christian Freeland. Let's put it that
Exactly.
way.
Yeah. This is it. The Minister of Defense. The Minister of Health. Think of all these different portfolios, right? Right now, and in provincially, it's even worse, okay? Stefan Lecce, remember that friggin' guy?
Yeah.
Minister of Education?
Yeah.
I don't even know if the guy graduated from
educated.
anywhere.
He did. He's a lawyer, for God's sakes.
But I guess my
believe.
point is,
Yeah.
in a perfect world, wouldn't the Minister of Education be an expert in education? Not just somebody that wanted to do it out of the 12 people the Premier thought were the most important.
Yeah.
You know? Federally, your Minister of Defense. Hey, how about somebody that was in the military, maybe?
Yeah.
The Minister of Finance.
But you're handcuffed by the people running.
You are.
Yeah.
So this is where what I've often thought and what you're suggesting now with the AI singularity piece, which you claim to know nothing about yet.
I don't.
Yet you had a very good comment there, is maybe we get into a situation where, we need to renew our leaders, and maybe people get a little nervous because, maybe maybe they're not the CEO of their friggin' company for the next 4 years. Maybe they're helping the country by stepping up and leading in a certain portfolio.
Well, my thought was more along the lines of the AI would evaluate the platforms of each party for the person that's voting,
Yeah, okay.
and then say, based on my evaluation of the platforms, here is the best platform. You must vote for this person.
Dude, I got a
this,
spoiler alert
party.
for you.
What's that?
They can do that right now, bro.
Well, there you go. Why aren't people using that?
Because maybe people don't trust it. Maybe people still think they want to make their own decision.
Well, why? Well, this is the problem.
Yeah, so
no matter how much AI will tell
Yeah.
a person to vote this way,
yeah.
people act emotionally and will not vote that way.
So this is what I did, I'll be honest.
How many people would vote, even though, let's
Yeah.
say Trump, they said, okay,
Yeah.
Trump has the best platform. Let's
Yeah.
say AI says that. How many would vote for Trump, even though AI told them to vote for Trump? None, because they would be like, well, this guy's a deranged lunatic.
Well,
I'm
you
not
gotta
voting
go
for him.
drill right down to what defines the best program. Like you say the best, but like what is the best?
Well,
right?
based on finances and
Yeah.
and like promises for programs and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
So if your definition of the best doesn't include social policy, right?
No,
then
it could include everything.
It
like
would
that.
have to. And then, but see, okay, you're right. If it's the best, sure, you'd think that. But different people, I still think, would unquestionably have different ideas of what the best is.
That's what I'm talking
right?
about. That's why it'll never overtake.
That's the problem, right?
That's why AI will never overtake humans, because
but
humans
it's almost
don't think rationally; they think more
well.
emotionally.
See, again, especially with social policy, I guess.
Yeah.
But if you could just pick, like defense, for instance, you know what I'm having a flashback to right now.
What's that?
And why maybe we'll never ever get there is because remember when in COVID we had a discussion and about how could anybody not want freedom?
Right.
And there were people, like, I think you were even getting into it with some people, like, and you can't win.
No,
if somebody
exactly.
literally doesn't see the benefits of freedom,
Yeah.
then you're
Well, they called
you
it
can't.
freedom.
Yeah.
D-U-M-B.
Yeah, like you might as well just bash your
What?
head against the wall. Because you have
Exactly.
to go on the notion that everybody appreciates the same things. Like, the more freedom, the better.
Yeah.
And sadly, there's probably 1% of the population that for some reason doesn't want freedom
No, more than that.
or whatever.
I would
right?
say at least 50% of the or more doesn't want
No.
freedom. They're willing to give. Here's the thing about history.
You're way off.
Well, no, here's the thing about history.
You're way
okay,
off. Yeah.
that has been proven over and over again, philosophically, is that people are willing to give up freedom for safety.
Okay.
You know, people are What do you? I should.
Dude, I'm boiling.
I should.
I'm
well, you got a hoodie on
I'm
and
raising the umbrella.
plaid pajamas.
That's my cop car coffee outfit.
Oh, is it? Oh, you gotta drop your coffee there. Oh my God, I don't know what's going on.
This friggin' thing drives me
Oh
nuts.
boy.
It drives me nuts. I'm gonna take a
Should I take a
2-second
video?
break.
Should we put a
Keep
video
talking.
on? Oh my God. Okay, Duff is unraveling his umbrella, but really struggling with it right now as it keeps closing back up. I think you need a new one there, Duff. I think you need a new one there, Commander. It's not listening to your commands. Now you got it going the right way. Yeah, it's broken. I think you should just come back to the podcast. Oh my God. My point is, Commander, that people are, there you go. People are willing to give up their safety, or sorry, their freedom for a little bit of safety. And that's always been, that's a huge umbrella. Yeah. They've always been willing to give up a little bit of their freedom for safety. Oh, that's not a picture I want to see there. And so that's the issue that we have, and that was no more evident than during COVID times. And I'm just going to say,
Yeah, but where we
with
differ, you're saying crazy numbers. No, it's not true.
with a 97% survival rate. I can't believe your headphones go that long.
Oh, this is
God,
great.
it's good.
This is awesome.
So 99.7 survival rate. People were willing to give up and be locked down.
Yeah.
And not be able to go anywhere.
Yeah. So I
all
don't.
in the because they were afraid of
Yeah.
freedom.
Yeah.
So,
I don't
there
disagree
you go.
with you on that. And that's whenever we talk about ideals like this, it makes me think back to that and how you really can't proceed with too much logic or too much in the area of assumptions, thinking everybody wants everybody wants a certain income level, everybody wants a certain level of security, a certain amount of freedom, because not everybody does maybe want that.
No.
Yeah,
exactly.
But I don't think it's as high as you say.
Well,
50%,
I'm saying
get serious.
I'm saying
dude.
higher than that because if you
if you take 2%, man.
how many COVID dissidents, shall we say, people that were against lockdowns or wearing masks, how many of those people were around? It was about 20%.
I don't know. Well, I
That's
think it's
like
you're lumping stuff
when
together.
you
I
take
think
in
there were
the-
people that wanted some of that, but not all of it.
But when you
right?
take in the vaccination rate, it was 80%.
yeah,
20% of the people didn't want to get it.
yeah,
So I think that shows how much people are willing to give up their freedom for a little safety.
but it also
and
shows.
governments take
here-
advantage of that.
Let me
too.
sum it up for you, though. Here's my piece too, and this is what I struggle with as a libertarian. I always used to, for sure, side on the rights of the individual. I always thought in the perfect world, government would be extremely minimal because people are better off making decisions, even if they're wrong most of the time.
Like me.
Yeah, but the problem I've encountered recently is when you get to something like vaccines, for instance, where everybody thinks they're smarter than the scientists because they've watched a Facebook video, that level of independence and freedom and thought and in decision making maybe is really bad because there's so many stupid people out there. My ideal of libertarianism assumes people have a brain. And in today's world, sadly, I don't think they do. So that really limits my dream for more libertarianism. You know what I mean? DDT's just totally disembarked here. Okay. I hope he caught all
I said
that.
yes. Oh, it's still rolling. I
Yeah.
just got to plug in the computer.
As long as you caught my monologue.
I caught your monologue.
On libertarianism.
I did. Give me 1 sec. Keep
yeah,
talking.
it's all good. I'll keep talking about how the dream may be over. Why? Because people are stupid. That's pretty much sums it up in a nutshell. Because wouldn't it be nice if we just had, and I don't know how it would happen, but we had the absolute best people in all the top positions, right? So imagine your leader, whether it's provincial, federal, is not just somebody that got in on a popularity contest by running the best Facebook ads, but somehow was evaluated to be the actual best person, the best resume, okay? So maybe your minister of finance is somebody, for lack of more research, someone like a Mark Carney, who's had high level financial positions his whole life, you know? Not to compare him to your buddy, Mr. Polyev, but what would his resume look like, you know? I'm not sure if he's ever had a real job. Great orator. He's always
been a politician.
And he's made me laugh. Like, I will not ever say I've never had a good time listening to Pierre Polyev, but
he's always been a politician.
Yeah, but do I want him managing our healthcare system, our military, you know, things like that? I don't know.
It's funny because
well, I do know, and the answer is no. I don't think so.
I text so I know a guy. I haven't talked to him in a while, but he texted me out of the blue the other night.
Huh.
And this guy was totally against Trudeau, for example.
Okay.
But now he's a big Carney fan.
Oh.
I'm like, how could you, like, are you against...
Is this me?
Not you, no.
Okay, because I don't disagree with
No, I
that.
said somebody texted me
disagree.
that
I know, but
haven't
I'm saying,
heard in a while.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I think there's a lot of people like that, including myself, right?
Yeah.
I was, I was no Trudeau fan.
No, but I'm not a Carney fan either.
No, I know you're not. You don't like anybody, though.
I hate people.
Yeah, all of them. Every single one of them.
Except for Commander Duff and JB.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyways, what was the extent of this text out of the blue then?
Oh, no, it was just, I started getting, it was weird because I started getting this group text, right?
Yeah.
And from all these phone numbers.
Was this one of your Tom Green buddies?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, he was the owner of that Lake Nipissing resort that we went to.
Oh, yeah, cool.
West
Yeah.
Nipissing. So
Okay.
I group text a bunch of people out of the blue, and then I kind of deemed from the from the text that it was him.
Okay.
And I said, "Hey, is this Ian?" He says, "Yeah." And he kept saying, and the reason why, because he used to say back in the day when we were going there, it's like, "It's true though," like it's true though. It's true though. That was his joke.
Yeah.
So that's how I knew it was him. But
Okay.
Anyway, so in
That
the
would
end,
get old pretty quick.
Yeah. So he was like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Is this Ian?" He's like, "Yeah." I said, "What?" So he completely changed. He likes Carney. I don't know.
Okay.
Because he figures Carney's more to the right of Trudeau was, and
Well, how could you not
hard
be?
to. How could you not be? That's true.
Yeah.
That's very true. Yeah.
No, he just seems practical. He's pragmatic. He's practical. He's.
Yeah.
I think he's as close to the example I was trying to describe as anything right now.
Yeah.
He is in that position. I don't think he's power hungry. I don't think he's desperately wanted to be PM for 20 years like Polyev.
Yeah.
He's gotten in there somehow, and I think he's accepted it. And for right or wrong, I think he legitimately wants what's best for the country. And that's what's winning him over people
He's a net
like him and
zero
me.
guy. So in 2035, for example, you're not going to be able to drive your truck anymore. Well, at least buy a new one.
So how is he equal that to, wanting to get the pipelines rolling? He wants to get the pipelines rolling.
I think it might be more talk than anything else.
Well, I think the net zero is more
We'll
talk
see
because
what
that
happens.
suited him a bit more back then.
Yeah, true.
I think he's pretty balanced, man.
We'll see
I
what
don't
happens.
think he's throwing in the towel on, trying to make the country a cleaner place, but I also think he realizes, people are still driving vehicles that use gas, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't know.
Yeah. So we've gotten into this whole political topic from one topic of singularity.
Yeah, no kidding, eh?
Yeah.
See the chaos it could bring?
It is chaos.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Now, somebody told me the other day that Ford might be discontinuing creating the 5-liter V8s. Have you heard that?
Oh, that would be a shame, man.
Not really. If I got the
Really?
last year, that truck will be worth something.
I did hear that,
Right?
actually.
Really, eh?
For the Mustangs, it would be a shame.
Okay.
Yeah. But they tried that like 20
I don't
years
know,
ago
yeah.
where they went to the 4.6 liter V8.
I don't think they do it unless people weren't interested in buying them anymore.
I know.
Right? They're never going to do
A
it.
Mustang is not a Mustang if it doesn't have a 302 V8.
Agreed.
5
Agreed.
liter. Yeah.
Can you imagine a car with a friggin' engine the size of my truck? That's so cool.
What size is the engine in your
It's a
truck?
5-liter V8.
Oh, it is a 5 liter.
Yeah.
302.
But I'm trying to picture that thing in a car. Like, the whole friggin' hood would be engine. Eh?
Well, I had a 302 V8.
Yeah.
I had a Mustang GT.
Yeah, I know.
A couple of them.
But it would be a huge engine for
It's
a
not
small
that,
vehicle,
It's not
no?
that actually big of an engine when you
Okay.
look at it.
Okay.
Yeah. Fits
Lot of
in there
power,
nicely.
though.
Oh, lots. Even more so today.
Yeah.
My brother had one, GT.
Yeah.
It was pushing 400 horsepower, 450 or 460.
Well, you know what I find? Like, the V... The
Yours
5...
is probably tuned down, though,
Well, I
for
don't...
your truck. I
it
don't think
may or-
it's pushing that much horsepower.
well, why would they tune it down?
Well,
Why?
you don't need that. You don't need 460 horsepower in your truck,
I
do
would
you?
like it.
I know.
Why would you not let...
Oh, for sure.
Why
Yeah.
put the horses in the stable, man?
I know. I agree.
Because I was just going to say the truck itself is so much lighter, right? It's all friggin' aluminum,
Yeah.
and it is super streamlined. Like, that thing just seems light.
Yeah.
And I know when we took it even just to Toronto last weekend, man, that thing rides nice on
I
the
think
highway.
it is the best engine for your vehicle.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it.
Yeah.
No. And you put that thing in, like, you can do 120 on the 401. Everybody's still passing you, by the way. That's not speeding.
Oh, I know.
120, the thing is humming at about 1,700 RPM. Like,
Yeah,
that's
that's
nothing.
good, eh?
It's nothing.
Yeah.
So I was getting like 10 liters per 100K going to Toronto and back.
So my Impala
Yeah.
has I believe it's the 3.6 liter V6 from
Yeah.
Chevy,
Yeah.
and I've gotten down into the sevens and a halves for
That's nice, eh? For road
highway
trips.
driving, yeah.
For road trips.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's 12
Yeah, okay.
city driving, which is a huge difference.
That's
But
like,
my
yeah,
but
that's
my
like the truck, yeah.
but my car is pushing 300 horsepower,
yeah, yeah.
so that's going to eat up a little bit of
Yeah.
that. So
It's nice though, to have the power when you're on the highway and then
oh god.
you're cruising
Yeah.
at whatever speed. You can always amp it up to pass and
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
Like
If I put the pedal down on
Yeah.
my car,
yeah,
it gets
it'll go.
going.
It'll
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, it's got nice pickup at.
Yeah, the truck
at
will.
the-
That's it.
yeah.
I like to look into that. I wonder if it's giving me less than it could. Is what you're saying?
I don't know what it is on,
Yeah.
on trucks on the.
I know
on
I
the
got different drive
F-150s.
modes, eh? And it's really
Yeah.
it's really neat how different they are. I feel my old truck had the drive modes too, but it wasn't as different when you went from each one. Right now, my regular drive mode is, let's say, whatever. That's the benchmark.
Yeah.
Put it on eco mode, it's way less powerful. Okay.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it's almost like it's running on fewer cylinders or something.
Right.
Put it on sport mode, the thing friggin' goes.
You should look into
Like, you
how
can
much
squeal
that
the
is.
tires.
Yeah, you should look into how much.
Yeah.
You might be more torquey. Like a pickup truck, I would say might need more torque.
It's super torquey on
Yeah.
sport mode.
Yeah.
Like, it's
maybe
really
that's it.
nice.
Yeah. I got a favor to ask of you
You can ask.
because of your truck.
You can ask.
I'm going to ask it live on air here,
Okay.
live on the podcast.
Just don't be disappointed.
I know.
Okay.
I know. So, Commander, next
I
Saturday.
will not be driving to Lake Placid
No,
next
no, no.
Saturday. Okay.
No. No.
Okay. As much as I'd like to.
I know.
Okay.
Next Saturday morning, shall we say that?
Let me think. Let me think. I got to make sure I have something I have
After
to do.
your hot yoga.
Got to make sure I have something I have to do just in case I don't want to do this. Okay, I got a
After
couple.
your hot yoga.
I got a couple things. Yeah.
Would you mind? I need to bring some stuff to the Trail Road landfill,
Oh God.
and a nice little pickup truck would be.
Trail Road landfill.
Yeah, it would
How
be
does
nice.
that work?
Well, you just drop it off, and then you have to pay
How much? How do you pay?
by card.
No, but is it? Sorry. How what is? How do they charge you? Is it
By
based
the
on
ton.
weight?
Well, there's a yeah. So
So you drive onto a scale. And
the
then,
first ton is like $40.
Oh wow! So
and
I could
then-
add to this load if I had to.
Yes.
Okay.
And then yeah, it's not expensive.
Nope.
And then
They'll
not
take
not as
anything?
expensive. Construction waste and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've got some old wood and
Plastic. Would they take plastic containers?
I can't remember.
Well, it's a landfill. They'll take everything, won't they?
Possibly.
They're not going to nickel and dime you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just got to pay for it.
Next Saturday morning. Yeah, we'll see. What is next Saturday?
It's the 21st.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Well, we'll talk during the week.
I am going to try to be around for soccer again on Friday nights. I think I'm ready to get back
So
at
if you're
it.
not injured, then
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, if I'm playing soccer, I'm here Saturday morning.
Okay.
So I'm probably a lock for
Okay.
your job.
Great. Thank you.
But if we're out
We'll see.
camping, then we'll see.
Yeah.
So what do you got to get rid of? Just a bunch of...
Well, it's the wood, the wood, the leftover wood, and
You can't just leave it at the curb and pay more?
No, I don't think they'll pick that up.
They'll pick up everything. They'll just charge you, I heard.
Oh.
Like, you have a 3-bag limit,
Yeah.
but anything on top of that, they charge you.
Yeah. I don't know.
I just don't know what's cheaper.
I did put some part of the deck that I didn't use out at the curb, and they picked it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good. Beyond your 3-bag limit?
Well, no, that was the
Equivalent of a bag?
yeah,
Okay.
I suppose. But I mean, I've got way more than that. Like
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
got a bunch of stuff that I got to get rid of.
Okay.
So
No. What that will do is it will also encourage me to get organized and maybe add a bit to the load.
there you go.
See that nice little tree back there
Yeah.
and the square around it?
Yeah.
That used to be mulch and a garden,
Oh.
and now it's just a complete dumping ground. And I was thinking this morning how I'd love to just get rid of everything. So if you're saying we've got a truck going to the landfill, it might have some of that stuff in it as you spill your coffee.
I just washed this shirt too. I can't believe
You know what
it.
the best thing about McDonald's coffee is?
Doesn't stain?
No, I say this every
Which it
time.
does. I gotta have to wash this shirt again.
It's got a friggin' double-walled cup,
Yes.
and it's insulated, and this coffee's about an hour and a half old, and it's still
Yeah.
warm.
yes.
Yeah, isn't that
Yeah.
neat?
It is good.
Mm.
So I think we're getting a little long in the tooth here, Duff.
Yeah, no kidding.
Commander.
What are we at?
120.
This is why we should cut these podcasts in half and have 2 episodes. Okay? Just like the Preppers podcast show. Half
Might
an
not be
hour.
a bad idea, but then we got to do 2 openings.
Yeah, then we leave them hanging for
Yeah.
we don't even get to anything.
So before we end here.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we'll do it after we end.
What?
No, it's okay.
I'm just curious.
It's fine.
Well, what
just
were we
gotta-
going to talk about?
Wash my shirt again. I just
Oh,
took it out of the
God.
friggin' laundry.
That's too funny.
Yeah.
That's just a plain white T-shirt. Whatever.
It's a blue one.
Oh, is it blue?
Yeah.
Are you
Damn.
boiling in the sun there, DDT?
No,
I'm
Not yet,
so
it's-
comfy over here.
it's not on my body yet. My legs. Yeah. So that's. What do you think? Wrap
yeah,
up.
we can wrap it up. It was
All
a
right,
good
Commander.
show. And will we let the Podbeanskis know that this might officially end the season, and
This might officially end the
Might,
season.
and they can
Might.
look forward
We'll see
to-
how it goes.
they can maybe look forward to the possibility of a couple summer specials as we
Yes.
normally do?
Yes.
All right.
Could be a season ender, or might not be.
Yeah,
We'll
might
see
not
how it
be.
goes.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
It's
If
still
not-
a couple of weeks till July.
It is.
Okay.
We can do one more at least.
We'll keep the option open then.
Yeah.
But at our most recent frequency, it's like one every 2.5 weeks. So
Yeah.
it's right on the
exactly.
limit. It's right on the
It
limit.
is. It
Yeah.
is. It is.
Wow.
Oh, that was a long one.
Hour and 20?
Good. 122.
Well, what I liked
123.
about it was, we probably should have got into the singularity a bit earlier.
Yeah,
I
it
think
was
that
good.
could have, that one topic could go many places.
It could.
Maybe we'll circle back to it next week.
Yes. Exactly.
And the idea of the perfect government official,
Yes.
a robot probably.
Exactly.